Hello everybody, this is Admiral Quirk and I'm going to be doing a replay cast of a game I played today. So this is a tier 10 game with two enemy Hakuryus, two Bismarcks, Missouri, Iowa, First, Moscow, Roon, New Orleans, Megami Fletcher, and Z23, and I'm in a division with my friend Ashrel and Hives. So if we look at initial deployment, you see that I'm going towards C, Hives in the Donskoy is going to A, Fletcher, New Orleans, Tirpitz are also going A, Z23, Missouri, Des Moines, Lion are going C, I think, and we'll see from here. I'm not sure why I went around this way, but okay. It was quite a funny game, and you'll probably be able to see why later. But I was glad I took premium consumables and superintendent, which if you don't know, you can pay for the premium consumables with 22,500 credits if you click the little arrow next to it. Also, I use spotter plane because extra range is always nice, and because I have defensive fire, catapult fighters are not really needed. Catapult fighters are usually really easily shot down by CVs if they have a fighter escorting their bombers, but sometimes it's just that your catapult fighters just take too long to really ever, reload once they've been up, and you only get like one use, maybe two, maximum three in a game. So I'm not sure why there's like 6, 7 consumables of them if you have a catapult fighter. I don't know why this help pop-up thing has come up. Okay, if I press shift it goes away. Oh, that's weird. But yeah, opening salvos, as you can see, I'm going towards C. Montana's still hanging around in spawn, but our CV seems to be doing stuff at A. Here, I begin to open fire on the Megami, and then I switch over to the Bismarck. Settings so you can actually hear. Yeah, so now, as you can see on the minimap, there's lots of bombers heading our way, but I was thinking, oh, there's no way he's going to strike us because there's me, Mr. Roon with defensive fire, decent AA, Des Moines and Missouri. Instead, it looks like he's going for our DD, so we open defensive fire, but instead the enemy recruit is actually bombing Des Moines. And I was like, what is this person doing? And yes, I kill secure and get first blood there. And in this first bombing run, I get 6, 8, 7, 8 planes. And now I try to start shooting the Missouri a little bit. Try to get some fires going. So yeah, and I keep on going, and yeah, oops. And yeah, here's nothing really interesting happens. Bismarck is just there, and right now I'm just moving around doing nothing really. So this is just the first few minutes, the opening of the match. Two ships have gone down on each side. Enemy has enemy is beginning to cap A, but we currently have a point advantage. We've lost the DD, Fletcher for Fletcher, and you're into Megami, pretty even trades. But here comes the Roon Hakuryu again. This time it's the same three ships, me and the Roon, defensive fire, Des Moines and Missouri. So as always I open defensive fire and I focus the torpedo bombers here. By the way, if you're wondering, yes, my laptop's not very good, so it'll be kind of laggy and settings will look pretty terrible, and that's why UI elements are really close together on the screen. So in this run I get 9 planes because I had 8, now I've got 17, so that's 9 extra planes. And I begin to shoot the Moskva because Moskva can do some pretty devastating damage if you're broadside to it due to its strong AP. I hide myself behind this island so the Missouri doesn't target me, hopefully, and the only things that can shoot me is the Moskva and Bismarck, which I am angled towards. I was pretty lucky, 2 fires and 1 salvo, but the Moskva is reversing, so he'll probably get out of my range soon. First is behind the island, so he's no threat, but the stuff happening on A is not looking very good for our team. Looks like the enemy is beginning to overrun it, even though there's 3 battleships for 3 battleships, and cruiser for a cruiser, but they have the DD advantage, and both CVs are doing their own thing on each side of the map. Even though this isn't a high damage game, it was pretty fun. It was pretty fun to play because of what the enemy CV did, and you're seeing the end result screens. Why? We're continuing to whittle down this Moskva using HE because German HE is pretty decent with inbuilt IFHE, so you never need to take the IFHE skill. I do feel like I do something rash around now because the game is almost half over and not a lot of the team is dead. This is it's quite rare recently because teams usually get steamrolled and the game's over within in 10 minutes. But this one goes down to the last enemy ship pretty much. So at this point I'm undetected and I feel like yes, I want to go for the curve first. And I want to torpedo him. So I go straight towards the island and I stay nose in so I can get ready to turn on whatever side the Kurfürst decides to go on. I try to fire some shots over the island, but they hit the island and that's unfortunately got no hits. I use torpedoes to check which way he's going. Looks like he's going on the right side of the island, which would be west. Usually you say the compass directions because left and right are due to where that person is. If they're not looking that way, then it's just wrong. Here the fighters begin to spot me and I try to pick up some more plane kills. I don't open defensive fire because I only have 2 of them left, and looking on the minimap you can see that he still has 3 squadrons of fighters, torpedo bombers left, so I don't really want to risk anything. So I was full HP here, use AP because German AP has high alpha damage. No, you can't check. And here come the dive bombers, which is why I saved my defensive fire. You see I just took a good 20k damage there. Now I open defensive fire, start shooting down these planes, but this Kurfürst is going to eat these torps. He's going to die regardless of what happens. But luckily I detonate the Kurfürst. Now these planes are coming in, defensive fire is still up. I could have taken the defensive fire module here, but I was pretty low at this point and I wanted to heal up a bit, and I did not want to push in any more than I already had. At this point my fighters have no, my planes have picked up another 9 planes. It just goes to show that even without any AA upgrades, only the 500,000 AA range module, which increases range with 20%, that German cruiser AA is still pretty decent. You don't need to take manual fire, AFT, BFT, all of that stuff, even the 30% module. So here I've healed up a bit and I begin shelling the Bismarck. Bismarck soon goes behind the island though, which means that I'm no longer able to do any damage. I remain angled, do not want to turn, because even though Bismarck has bad accuracy, if you're unlucky, RNG can mean that you die. Previously you saw that detection arrow that meant I was radared due to the latest patch that they've changed the radar icon. Once again we are spotted by planes. I have 1 defensive fire left. And here come the torpedo bombers. I was like, oh no, he's going to drop me and I'm going to die. I have no defensive fire. So I get my heal up, get ready, tank some torpedo bombers. And here pops up the Moskva. And to our surprise, he goes for the Des Moines once again. Looks like he kills the Des Moines, and it only took him 3 attempts and lots of planes dead. Because I didn't have defensive fire ready, I did not pick up as many planes, only 3 or 4. But now the Moskva is shooting me because I'm the lower HP target. You need to reduce the number of guns that can shoot on you, and you'll probably be more likely to survive. Here come dive bombers, and I have defensive fire ready again, but he pulls his planes away. It's important that you never preemptively try to defensive fire. From the minimap you can see that more planes are coming. We're heading to B because you want to play for the win and get some EXP, because I'm currently grinding the room. The planes are coming in. I pop defensive fire. This is probably the last strike of this match. Currently at 28 planes. As you can see, I look up at the planes that's going up, and he actually bombs me, and I always focus fire. And that was my last defensive fire, which shows that if he did not take Superintendent and Premium Consumables, I would have probably died. Missouri might have died, and yeah, just goes to show the importance of these consumables and why it is important to go with Premium Consumables, because the timers were almost perfect, being ready when they needed them, because especially at higher tiers, planes get cycled, especially on a Hakuryu, very quickly. A midway not so much, because the plane sizes are so big. At this point, there's New Orleans down in the south, and I want to get that New Orleans. New Orleans is pretty healthy, but I should have just tried HE there, because he was angled. Friendly Missouri gets a shot, just gets a lot of pen damage. New Orleans survives and goes behind this island after getting undetected. I only have 1 spotter plane left, but the spotter plane's only useful for fighting at long range with the smoke, and it takes a lot of practice getting used to. Here come some more fighters. I hope they come my way. I only pick off 1. Those are the enemy Hakuryu's last planes. A Hakuryu has only 100 planes in his hangar. I've almost gotten a third of that on 1 ship. Games 1, I've got 102,000 damage currently, 32 plane kills, assist base cap, first blood, 1 torpedo hit, 2 secondary hits due to the curve burst, and the New Orleans shoots over the island, gets lucky, hits me. now radars me, and he's really low, and I just go in to secure the kill. He got a nice AP salvo there because pretty broadside, and that's 3 kills. Nothing else really happens in this game because Hakuryu is down in the south where I just pinged, because I saw his planes last come from that direction and return. And points will tick out before anyone can kill the Hakuryu. As you see, he was quite near my prediction. Or just running away, maybe trying to kill something. At this point I was tapped out and I was not paying attention. And I just follow these traces and the game ends. And now, as you can see, I earned 17,500 experience and 12,516 free experience with a Dreadnought and the First Blood. Around 400,000 credits earned, and yeah, a pretty nice game for grinding, if I do say so myself. Next up, we've got the team panels. I got 2,322 basic speed, which is pretty respectable, 3 kills and 32 planes shot down. And it's even more than our friendly CV, which is quite funny, especially since the enemy Hakuryu went for our friendly Des Moines, who only got 4 plane kills. He must have been Clan Wars set up with Hydro, otherwise he definitely would have gotten more. But my friendly division mate in the Missouri got 21, which is also respectable. In the detailed results screen, you can see that I did about half my damage to the Kurfürst, and everything else was like little, like New Orleans, that was kill secure, Megami, that was a kill secure, Moskva, I got about 38,425 damage, and the Bismarck about 5,000 damage. As you can see, I destroyed the majority of his strike planes, 15 torpedo bombers and 15 dive bombers. I received 67,000 damage, and my HP is only 44,000. As you can see, armor piercing does do a lot if you don't angle, but then at close ranges angling doesn't really matter because they can overmatch or hit your superstructure. I did not do that much damage through fires because I never really shot too much at battleships and the fire energy was not so great. Majority of the damage came from HE, but it was a nice mix. Usually you get more AP damage because German AP is really strong. Potential damage almost a million. Well, most of it was in a spike when I went to charge the Kurfürst, and not much damage on spotting because the Roon is not usually the one spotting but the one firing at the guns in the back as a support ship. Now, in the credits and EXP screen, I had premium from the Clan Wars, 30 days free premium for getting 30 wins in Storm League or higher. And I earned 193,000 credits, and service was minus 25% because of the flags, and I earned about 26,225 command XP, which is also really nice. And that's it. Thank you for watching. If you have any feedback, leave it in the comments down below, and have a good one.